Hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, I wanted to just share with you some thoughts that came up to my mind, and I thought maybe it would be helpful if I share this. So, it's about decision making and how much time we put into this particular process of decision making. It's not only the time that we put in, it's even the amount of effort we put into this process. So, we as human beings, or rather any living creature on this planet, we make decisions practically every single second. It can be from the most smallest decision to the most critical decision that we take. Okay? It can be from right from the decision we take, like for example, what time do I wake up in the morning, to the most critical decision that you can maybe take in your life. It can be, for example, choosing a life partner. It can be even you taking some important business decision or life decision. So every second we make decisions as human beings. And the most important part or the most important thing to note is, do we spend enough of time and thought and energy when we make these decisions? Why I say this is because every decision we make has an impact. And these impacts are not just small impacts. It can range from immediate impacts to short term impacts to large and long term impacts. For example, you might be the most experienced driver, but one wrong decision you take one day on the road can cost your life, and that's the impact it makes. You can be the most health conscious person, but if you choose to live a very unhealthy life, have an unhealthy diet, your spirit might be willing, you might be wanting to live a healthy life. But taking a decision just because you're late for work in the morning, just because you're late for something, just to have something unhealthy, can have an impact in the short term or in the long term over your health. So every decision we take definitely has an impact. So understanding the impacts that your decision might have is very crucial. So every time we make a decision, it's important to keep in mind what are the possible benefits I would gain by making this decision and what would be the possible impacts I can have when I take a decision. When you're able to analyze this, when you're able to see the difference and the balance in this, you would be able to make better decisions. How do I say this is because most of the time we as human beings we make decisions, and these decisions can be made very easily when you are in a particular situation. We make decisions sometimes when we are in bad moods, when we are angry, when we are frustrated. We make momentarily decisions, and sometimes that costs us. I have known people who said that they got frustrated with their jobs, they quit their jobs, and later they regretted saying that maybe I should have got another offer in hand and then quit my job. These decisions were made based on momentarily circumstances. People never looked beyond that momentary situation. They never looked beyond that situation and analyzed the impacts it would have. These impacts can be impacts that's not only to you, it can be to your emotions. It can be to your entire well being. It can be an impact to your health. It can be an impact to your relationships and your family. It can be an impact to your assets, your finance. This is the consequences of making wrong decisions. When we don't put enough of time and effort into taking decisions. We feel that if I take a decision at this moment, my problems get solved. But sometimes it's the root cause of problems that come up in future. So that's why it's important when you take a decision to look at a 360-degree angle of your circumstance, the people around you, your emotions. All this is very important to consider when you take a decision. I know a friend who once used to tell me that whenever they wanted to take a decision, first they would analyze what are the pros of the decision and what are the cons of the decision. whichever weighs more, based on that, they would make the appropriate decision. And never even judge anyone for the decisions they make, because everyone's circumstance is different, everyone's upbringing is different, everyone's background is different, everyone's circle of friends, relatives is different. Everyone knows their situation best in hand. So don't even judge another person for the decisions they might take. What's important is, even if it's the smallest decision that you have to take to the biggest decision, make sure that you spend enough time in that particular process. Because it's not just only for your personal life, this is even important in your career, in your professional life. We all have a particular role and responsibility in our jobs. And every day we even make decisions at a business. What process to execute? What next move to make? Where do I invest? Who do I recruit? All these are different decisions. And when you start to master this art of decision making, you would definitely see the benefits of it. It may not be in the instantly, but definitely when you make good decisions, you would see that in the long run. And this is something I wanted to share with you. I hope this was a little informative to you. So if you like this, please do give this a thumbs up and share it with your friends also. Thank you and take care.